every morning with drive. Being on the grind, know I had to survive. We had to win. Started from the dirt and the rubble. I had to be the needle that was popping your bubble.
Hello and welcome into the Rookie Prospect Profile Series. This is a Zilla Fantasy Elite production. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that subscribe button if you have been enjoying these videos. We certainly enjoy providing them for you. Today we're going to be looking at running back Dillon Johnson in both the RStudio model and the neural network model for running backs. Dillon Johnson, while not drafted in the 2024 NFL draft, did get picked up by none other than the Tennessee Titans after the draft. So they come into the league having played college football at Mississippi State and Washington. Looking at some of their physical traits, we can see that Dillon Johnson comes in at 6 foot, 217 pounds, hefty guy there, 29.4 BMI, ran a slow 40-yard dash at 4.68, giving us a speed score of 90.5. Not very good there. Putting these physical traits along with some of the college stats into the RStudio model, we do get a prospect score for Dillon Johnson of just 10.259. Not a great score there. That is ranked 276th overall out of the 327 running backs in the RStudio model's database. That is in the 15th percentile at 15.6%. Getting over to those closest comparables, we do see Jordan Mason is the closest score in the RStudio model. Just above that, we do see Jarrett Patterson, Keaton Mitchell, George Wynn, Spencer Ware, and Brandon Oliver. The next five below him, Darren Reeves, Thomas Rawls, Pierre Thomas, Trey Watts, and Travaris Cadet. So some interesting guys in there. Kind of had some run with Jarrett Patterson, Keaton Mitchell last year. Spencer Ware was a thing for a hot minute. Brandon Oliver for like 1 second. Thomas Rawls did have his time. Pierre Thomas was pretty good for a little while with the Saints. So some of those guys that maybe have some intrigue but never really end up in fantasy assets, looks like that's in that particular range. All right, let's switch over now to the machine learning model and see how Dillon Johnson produces in that. And we can see a lot of ranks here in the high teens and low 20s, which is not very good. That's out of 31 prospects this season. Let's go look at the actual numbers there. The mean and median at 9.6 and 9.59 respectively are the 23rd and 22nd ranked in the class. In the maximum rank at 24 is coming out at 13.14 respectively. So not very good numbers there. We do see the rank at the minimum side is the best. And then we see towards the end, on the high end, we do see some of the worst ranks there. Some more of the higher floor, low ceiling variety, which is absolutely what we do not want to chase in some of our late round prospects here. So keep that in mind as we go through these historical comps. Who is hovering around that 9.5, 9.6 range for their career best? There's just a handful of running backs in between 9.38 and 9.8 fantasy points per game as their career best. That'd be Khalil Herbert, Peyton Barber, Jaquiz Rogers, Cam Akers, Rob Kelly, Charkandrick West, Jeremy Langford, and Jalen Richard. So again, not a great comp there for a lot of these guys. Kind of just back end flex fillers on bye weeks when you got some injuries. Guys like Khalil Herbert, Cam Akers, never really amounted to much of anything for a full fantasy season. Let's go look at that 13.14 fantasy output. Where does that put us for people in that particular range? We have all of these guys in between 12.8 and then 13.35 fantasy points per game. Stephen Ridley, Jeff Wilson, TJ Yeldon, Rex Burkhead, Mikel LaShore, Jeremy Hill, Brian Robinson, Jamal Williams, Ronald Jones, and Ronnie Brown. Again, that's not a whole great list of people that you're wanting to start. Rex Burkhead, Mikel LaShore, TJ Yeldon. These are just guys that were at their best, were low-end RB2s, more flex players that you would put in during a bye week for some of your other normal starters. All right, hopefully the RStudio model and the machine learning model here give you a little bit of additional confidence in what these guys may look like when they come into the league, and by the time they retire, what could they potentially look like. That's going to do it for today's rookie prospect profile on Dillon Johnson. This was presented by Zilla Fantasy Elite. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.